What if I told you the key to your blessing is hidden in one word? I think we need to find out what that word is right now. Let's do it. Isaiah 1:19 says this, if you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. That scripture deals with Israel, and the backdrop of that is this. Israel sinned. Israel continued to sin. God had chosen them, brought their ancestor Abraham out of Mesopotamia, told him to go to a country that I'll show you. I'll make your name great. I will make your descendants like the stars in the sky. And he did. From Isaac and from Jacob, who had 12 sons. From that nation developed a myriad of people, millions and millions of people that lived in Egypt for 400 years under oppressors, grew, became a mighty nation, were delivered from that. God gave them rules and regs and regulations. Did they follow them? No. Did they obey his commands? No. Did they stay with him? No. So he gave them this scripture. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Have you figured out what that word is yet? Let me tell you what the word is. If. But Charlotte, why not willing and obedient? Because it's conditional. If I decide to follow along with what God says, I become a partner with him. And then that decision to be willing and obedient comes from me. The condition is, will you be? Will you do what I said? The only way you're going to get this is if you do what I say. The if factor. Let's talk about that for one brief moment, and then we're going to talk about the root. We're going to apply this scripture to our lives. But the if factor, God used that word a lot. It's up to you. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good land. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray. If, what's that scripture in Deuteronomy 28? If you shall hearken diligently to my voice, then I'll give you all these blessings. But the blessings that we receive were contingent upon the fact that they obeyed and they were willing to do it. It only came if they were willing. The if factor. Let's talk about that for one brief moment, and then we're going to talk about the root. We're going to apply this scripture to our lives. But the if factor, God used that word a lot. It's up to you. If you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good land. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray. If, what's that scripture in Deuteronomy 28? If you shall hearken diligently to my voice, then I'll give you all these blessings. But the blessings that we receive were contingent upon the fact that they obeyed and they were willing to do it. It only came if they were willing. I want to ask you this question. Are you willing to align your life with God? With this if factor, are you willing to take that if and be obedient? If I call you to do something, I will bless you. But it all depends on you. And I remember in my personal life, God called me out of the city that I was born in. The city that I was used to was where I grew up with. My family was there. My friends were there. But God said, if you leave, I will take care of you. If you leave, I will supply every one of your needs. And he did. He took care of me. It was a little hairy for a moment. There were some hairy times, but God still took care of me. And I want you to do these three things. First, remember to always pray and not faint. Make Bible study a part of your life every day. Seek his face. Stay in a community of saints. Be encouraged by those who love you and those who you're attached to at your church. I want to ask you this question in closing. Are you willing to activate this blessing and do as God would have you to do and grow? It's all I desire for you. Grow in the Lord, grow in His Word, and watch Him do amazing things in your life. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. And subscribe to my page.